After long and stressful days, our bodies, minds, and spirits can feel tense, exhausted, aching in various places, and we might not know where we can begin with it. By accessing the deepest parts of our instincts and breaking down how and why humans feel fear, we can break out of it. Our body knows how to do that. This is not an ordinary exercise. This is a special practice if you are feeling irritable, cagey, ragey, helpless, frustrated, spacey, foggy, or disconnected from your body and mind. After long and stressful days, our mind, our spirit, our body may feel exhausted, tense, aching in various places. By accessing the deepest part of our instincts, breaking down why humans feel fear, our body knows how to do that. This is not an ordinary exercise. This is special practice. If you are feeling irritable, cagey, ragey, helpless, frustrated, spacey, foggy, or disconnected from your body, and we can't really figure out how we got there, let's go back to our animal-like roots. There is a center in our brain that responds to danger, the amygdala. It's prehistoric, it's primal, and reacts in 3 movement-based ways: fight, fly, freeze. Let's look back together. Remind ourselves a state of being alert. It can be a state of illness, for example, or a massive event that affected our psychology, our health. Now, let's explore how was the state of our body that time that we were facing this difficulty. How was our reaction? We may were in a state that we didn't have any tools to fight. We may also didn't have any ways of running away from it, means to fly. In this occasion, we have left only one option: to freeze. In nature, that would mean play dead. In nature, these freeze states don't usually last for a long time. For example, if we see a rabbit in front of our headlights during the night on the road, once we turn them off, the rabbit runs away. We may recognize ourselves now facing a similar situation where our body chose freeze instead of fight or fly. This can be in many occasions, in everyday life or in some more special ones, such as illness or a massive threat, maybe. Well, this experience may stay in our memory, and when we face something similar in the future, our body reacts the same way, freeze. So, we may need to pass the signal to our amygdala that this similar state is not the same, and we don't need to freeze again. This technique now can help us to make our amygdala detach from this unpleasant memory that leads directly to freeze every time we face something similar, where we can be aware of it or not. The reaction is there, we freeze and we don't realize why. Now, let's find a place where we feel comfortable. We may close our eyes or keep our mind in a specific point and enjoy our exhaling. Now, we can scan our body by thinking of the state of our head, the top of it, our neck, our lungs, our hands, our shoulders, our belly, our pelvis, our legs, our feet, our knees. We scan all the parts of our body in order to discover any places where unpleasant feelings stay, where there is a knot, there is a complex that needs to be solved. Is there any physical discomfort that we recognize now? We can focus on this spot that this discomfort leaves. Maybe a stiff neck or a tight chest, a knot in our stomach, pain in our knees. Now we can tell ourselves out loud or inside us with our thought, I feel, and then add what we feel in the spot of discomfort. I feel, and I accept this unpleasant feeling. We can try again. I feel and I accept this unpleasant feeling, I make a huge hug with it. I feel and I accept this unpleasant feeling. I make a huge hug with it. Now that we have recognized our unpleasant feeling and we have tried to be very precise about the spot that we feel it, or how small or big we feel this discomfort to be, or how much this discomfort affects us. So, next step, we let this discomfort that starts from this specific spot of our body to expand step by step. Now, it stays until it takes all over our body. With my thought, I let this discomfort expand from the spot it starts to all over my body. Now, this discomfort stays all over my body. I can feel it. It has become huge and powerful, and I accept it. I hug it. This is a state of being familiar with it, accepting its existence. This is so helpful because in the future I will be able to recognize it. I will be aware of it, and this is so useful. Now that this discomfort has become larger, my body really feels to react. Our amygdala reacts to any unpleasant feeling with a movement-based reaction, since it is simple and prehistoric. So, next step, our body needs to react to this unpleasant feeling through a movement. This body-based reaction, non-verbal, can include, though, voice production, but not verbal. Following our instinct, we help our body react in this way. This reaction can be from a simple stretch to a whole automatic choreography, for example. Can be anything that it's movement-based, including voice expression but non-verbal. Jumping up, flapping around, screaming, kicking legs, running. I just follow my instinct. Now, if I feel that I have discovered the movement expression that I need to follow this unexpected movement, I just explore now where this movement leads me. I follow it by instinct. I am trying really to express myself. Now I react however my body needs to. Even though this breakthrough might seem a little weird, I have to trust the expression of my body and follow it. And I keep exploring, letting the expression to be completed according to my need. Now that I feel my expression is completed, I can slightly return to a calmer state. I calm down and I lead myself to a self-reflection state. Now, let's have some moments here to thank ourselves, to thank our body for giving us the non-verbal answers to our needs when starting this exercise. Feel free to use this exercise again and again when recognizing the discomfort of the freeze state. Thank you for engaging in this exercise with me.